Etiquette with the Prophet, Part 14. Taf-seir of Surah Al-Baqarah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence. In our last session, we embarked on a profound and intricate analysis of the verses concerning sorcery and the trial of the angels Harut and Marut. We learned that knowledge is a sacred trust, a divine gift that can either be used for spiritual enlightenment or for worldly manipulation and destruction. We witnessed the spiritual tragedy of those who sold their souls for fleeting power and were reminded of the immeasurable superiority of a reward from Allah. Today, our journey through Surah Al-Baqarah shifts focus once more, addressing the believers directly. We will explore two key themes: the profound importance of etiquette with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the spiritual disease of jealousy that plagued the people of the book. These verses are a timeless guide to cultivating a pure heart, one that is filled with reverence and free from envy. The Qur'an begins this new section with a direct command to the believers, correcting a seemingly minor but spiritually significant aspect of their interaction with the Prophet, peace be upon him. Wib Ayub Aladna, Jaymanu, El Taklig, Rb, In Wa Kul, Onran, Wa Isma, Jiwa, Lilch Baferna, Aidbun, Algum. O you who have believed, do not say Arbin, but say Unrin, and listen. And for the disbelievers is a painful punishment. This verse, though short, is a profound lesson in spiritual etiquette and the deep connection between language, intention, and faith. The historical context behind this verse is crucial for understanding its full weight. When the early believers would seek the attention of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, they would use the Arabic phrase arbin, which means attend to us, listen to us, or grant us your attention. However, this phrase, when spoken with a certain pronunciation and tone, could also be understood as a derogatory term in Hebrew, meaning shepherd, stupid one, or evil one. The Jewish community in Medina, with their linguistic dexterity, began using this phrase with the latter, insulting connotation, mocking the Prophet, peace be upon him, in a seemingly innocent way. The Qur'an, with its profound wisdom and divine protection, immediately corrected this. It forbade the use of arbin and commanded the believers to use the alternative phrase, unwarn, which means look at us, grant us a moment, or grant us some time. This new phrase carried the same meaning of seeking attention, but was completely free from any negative or derogatory connotations. The spiritual lesson here is immense. From a Sufi perspective, this verse teaches us that every action, every word, and every thought in our relationship with the Prophet, peace be upon him, must be rooted in reverence, love, etiquette. Our spiritual state is deeply intertwined with our external manners. The Qur'an is not merely correcting a word. It is protecting the spiritual sanctity of the Prophet, peace be upon him, from even the possibility of a subtle insult. It is a lesson in anticipating the negative and choosing the most beautiful and respectful form of expression. The love for the Prophet, peace be upon him, is a cornerstone of the spiritual path. It is through his light that we receive the divine light. Therefore, the etiquette and respect we show to him are a direct reflection of our love and reverence for Allah. The command wa ismaji, and listen, that follows, is a powerful reminder to the believers to not only use the right words, but to truly listen with their hearts and submit to the guidance of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The verse concludes with a powerful and sobering warning, Walilk baferna, et bune algam, and for the disbelievers is a painful punishment, reminding us that to disrespect the Prophet, peace be upon him, is a sign of disbelief, a spiritual offense that carries a severe consequence. The Qur'an then proceeds to address a second major spiritual disease, one that was rampant among the people of the book and the polytheists: jealousy. Md Yawater Aladna Kafarmin, Ali Alkapi, Wa, El Al-Mashrik, Ana, and Unit Salah, Alakum Min, Kurin Min Rabikum, Wa, Alhu Yaktaku, Bairag Matai, Man Yashiwa, Alhu Dha, Al-Fali Al, AGM. Neither those who disbelieve from the people of the book, nor the polytheists wish that any good should be sent down to you from your Lord. But Allah selects for his mercy whom he wills. Allah is the possessor of great bounty. This verse provides a profound spiritual diagnosis of jealousy, or Hasad, as a spiritual poison. The phrase Md Yawater, they do not wish, is a powerful and direct statement. It tells the believers that the people of the book and the polytheists do not want any good to befall them. They were so consumed by their own arrogance and a sense of entitlement to divine favor that they could not bear to see. Allah bestow His grace upon the new Muslim community. This spiritual disease is a profound and debilitating one. It is a state of mind where one wishes ill upon others, a state where one's own sense of spiritual bankruptcy is so great that they cannot bear to see someone else's spiritual prosperity. This jealousy was rooted in their claim of being the only people worthy of prophecy. They were waiting for the final prophet to come from their lineage, and when the prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came from the lineage of Ishmael, peace be upon him, their spiritual envy knew no bounds. The Qur'an here exposes this spiritual rot and teaches the believers not to be discouraged by it. The verse beautifully and decisively refutes their jealousy with a statement of Allah's absolute sovereignty, wa yaktaku by ragmati man yashi. But Allah selects for His mercy whom He wills. This is a fundamental theological principle. Allah's mercy and favor are not bound by lineage, tribe, or human expectation. They are bestowed by His divine will alone. This is a profound and liberating truth for the believer. It teaches us that our faith is not based on a claim of birthright or superiority, but on the grace of Allah. The spiritual path is open to all who are sincere, and Allah, in His infinite wisdom, chooses to whom He bestows His bounty. This phrase is a powerful antidote to any form of spiritual pride or entitlement. The verse concludes with a beautiful and hopeful declaration. Wa Olhu, Dacher, Al-Fali, Al-Agm, and Allah is the possessor of great bounty. The word fal means grace, bounty, or favor. The phrase Al-Agm means the great. This is a powerful reminder that Allah's bounty is not limited. It is vast, it is infinite, and it is not confined to any one group or time. It is a reminder that the source of all good is Allah, and He can bestow it upon whomever He pleases. My dear viewers, these verses offer a deep and timeless lesson for all of us on the spiritual path. They teach us that our relationship with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, must be one of profound reverence and impeccable etiquette. For a heart that truly loves Allah will also love and respect His chosen messenger. They also teach us to be vigilant against the spiritual poison of jealousy. To be jealous of another person's spiritual or worldly blessings is a sign of a heart that is far from Allah. We must cleanse our hearts of this spiritual disease and replace it with gratitude, with a sincere belief that Allah, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, bestows His bounty upon whom He wills. May our hearts be filled with love for our Prophet, peace be upon him, and may we be among those who are grateful for the grace that Allah has bestowed upon us. Join me in our next session as we continue our journey into the succeeding verses of this magnificent surah. Until then, may Allah bless you with ilm and yakin. Assalamu alaikum.